gift catalogs anymore. So I thought it could be fun to flip through. This is my very first Boot Barn catalog. I don't know what gave me this idea, but I thought it could be fun to flip through together. I've shopped at Boot Barn for several years, but I've never gotten a hey, buy my stuff catalog. So we shall see. I haven't really looked through this. I just briefly flipped through to make sure it was nothing risque in there. I mean, it's Boot Barn, but just in case. Never know these days. And before we get started, my one criticism, because I'm me and I have to mention this, it says Faces of American Grit. And I know that Boot Barn is like a Western cowboy, cowgirl, super America related company. But the people that shop at Boot Barn are from all backgrounds, walks of life. There's, white cowboys, brown cowboys, there's native cowboys and cowgirls, and it says Faces of American Grit, but we have four Caucasian men and one gentleman that seems to be perhaps of Asian descent. And I know it's a company that's Western, but every Boot Barn I've been to, and a lot of the people that I often see in Boot Barn aren't even Caucasian. So I think it could be nice if they had, a Latino on here, maybe a black person, somebody else, maybe even a Native American, just 5 different individuals, because there's all types of cowboys and cowgirls. But that's my only gripe, if you will. I also think, it says Faces of American Grit, and most of these people are middle-aged, except for this other gentleman here. So some age diversity would have been cool too, but I'm just nitpicking now. And this black and white, I don't know, it does something for me. It makes me feel some sort of emotion. What it is, I'm not sure. So, this first page features a horse and a cowboy riding the horse, and he appears to be using the lasso. And it says, pioneers, teachers, heroes, fathers of the West, relentless in the face of every challenge, through grit and hard-earned scars, American men provide for, teach, and lead the way for the next generation. Father-to-father figures, from working cowboys to bladesmiths, these are the men who build our nation and leave a legacy that endures. They are everyday icons, and above all else, they are fathers. And it just talks about their gifts that are worthy for fathers. And of course, they're advertising for, the plaid shirt, potentially the jeans, maybe even the robe, I'm not sure. And then this, I feel like this guy, he belongs in a beer commercial. He just gives that super southern country vibe. No, I don't know. Oh, okay, this is the location. So this is Brian Knowles, and he's from Hebner, Oregon, and he's a rancher. So shout out to you, Brian. And then we have dads continuing traditions. They're starting a fire. They're gonna cook up some beans. I don't know. I think it's interesting that they're advertising a denim jacket, but we can scarcely see it because the picture is so dim. Don't get me wrong, the picture is nice, but we can scarcely see it. The cowboy hats we can see. And it says, a lot of people want to be a cowboy, but it's more than just riding a horse, roping a calf, or wearing a cowboy hat. It's about who you are, cowboy hat or not. If you're honest and a good family man and a good person, you're a cowboy. And that's why I think they could have more diverse cowboys on the cover. And here this brown and different variations of brown striped shirt, some gloves. These appear to be like Wrangler, but I can tell exactly a hair tie, but it's also not a hair tie. That's why I think this could be for men, because, you know, they wear something like, it's not a cravat, but something around the neck. But usually it's not just, I don't know, this appears to be like a satin or a silk material. That's why it looks like a hair tie to me. But it could just be a scarf that they have tied here, I'm not 100% sure. And then we have two unrolled belts and three belts. And then the Western Horseman, that sort of a magazine, or it looks like a playbook to me almost. We have some boots, classic cowboy boots. A pearl snap. Okay, I need to confess, I discovered pearl snaps a couple years ago, and since then I have really taken a liking to pearl snaps. I absolutely love them. I wish they made more for women that didn't make us look so masculine. But I love a good pearl snap. It just looks so classic, so clean. I don't know. Something about the pearl snaps versus buttons. And then usually the pearl snap buttons that are made with metal. And some nice like enamel or sometimes precious gemstones on the outer, which is just a lot more high quality than like plastic buttons. But I think that is a button. But these other ones are pearl snaps, which I love. And then there's also an alligator or crocodile skin wallet here, not sure, and some rope. Very decent and cohesive spread, honestly. Oh, and these, I'm not sure if these are chaps or what exactly this is. I could just look down here, but that would be boring. Let's just assume, okay. Our next color page. It says, "We might be still sore, but we are always still here." I'm assuming that it's referring to the cowboy, the rancher, the men who were out wrangling up the animals, the horses, the bulls. And on this page, they're advertising the Stetson hat again, and this denim shirt. They really want to sell this hat, don't they? That's like the third Now, these all appear to be men's boots. Obviously, it's Father's Day ad, but it says for the relentless spirit. Let's see here. So every single boot is not a pair. They're different variations, but they're all about that calf length boot. This is actually not really my favorite length. I prefer either shorter, the booty, or longer. But this length, I don't know, it looks so awkward on me because I'm tall. breaks that smoking addiction. So I'm not really sure why they put that in there. Also, random side note, but cigarettes are becoming more scarce in America, aren't they? Right? I know even nearby me, my local grocery stores have put up signs since last year that said they were no longer going to be selling cigarettes, and that once they run out of their current stock, they weren't going to order anymore. And I don't see too many people smoking nowadays. I know they still do, but you know, back in the day, early 2000s, even mid 2000s, you'd see people smoking everywhere, all the time, like to the point where I would cough walking down the sidewalks. Now, this is the most recent person I've seen smoke a cigarette in my current state in the past few months. So, then we have a cowboy here working with his horse, and maybe his ranch hands taking a break back there. Here we have another angle of cowboys riding through mountains, and here they're advertising a denim jacket, a Bowie knife, a bolo tie. Wow, $100 for a bolo tie. That bolo tie better take me and my horse through the mountains for $100. An Ariat sheath for a knife, I guess. Cologne. A silk wild rag. Okay, that's what we saw over there. Probably a silk rag. That's why I was wondering. It looked like satiny silkish. Alright, interesting. A bifold wallet, which you can't see, but you can assume that every time the cowboy's butt hits the saddle, there's a wallet back there. I'm kidding. And another wallet. Okay, here. And then I think the items that they mentioned here are pictured here. So a twisted belt, an unrolled belt, some casual t-shirts, two other casual, very American dad who's going out golfing shirts, and two hats. Oh yeah, that most likely is beer because this is a Coors Light hat. And did I mention this wallet? Okay. This next page. Now this one, they just wanted us to see how beautiful America is. Okay. We have some father-son boots, which that's so cute. Oh my gosh! If you've ever been to Boot Barn and seen the baby boots, I can't. They're so cute, and they're 100% leather. They're adorable. I will be buying some for my son or daughter in the future. They're just adorable. Oh my gosh, okay. So we have a father in his chaps and his belt, and then his son, who has a larger belt buckle than him, which is interesting. He's like, are we done yet? Can I take off this belt? No, but there are some kids out there that are truly cowboys and cowgirls. Sorry for that. My neighbor's dog is a hound dog, and he loves to howl. And then we have this beautiful American mountainscape, and some cowboys wrangling some cows. Obviously, they're bringing them in for the night. Probably dinner time, something. But we have how many cowboys? 1, 2, 3 for sure. Maybe a fourth one over there. It's a beautiful cows. And one horse. And another. The cowboy's also on a horse over here. And obviously they are advertising the boot. Father, son boot. Both by Cody James. Here they have another clothing inspiration spread. Some jeans. Honestly, I didn't really know Cody James made jeans, but obviously if he makes jackets, that makes sense. Some Carhartt staples, you know. We all love Carhartt. I've seen so many teens in Boot Barn just there for the Carhartt. We have, it looks like another Hui knife sheath, some boots, a blue ribbon beer shirt, a new button-up shirt, some more leather scented cologne, another vintage inspired Wrangler shirt, 2 more casual tees, some more just classic simple leather belts, another tie slash rag, 3 different hats, 2 more vintage magazines, which is cool because this is legit spread, so that means that they acquire these vintage magazines. I'd be curious to flip through them and see. I used to watch a show called Walker, Texas Ranger. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's one of the only shows that I can't really find in modern day. So if anyone knows where to find Walker, Texas Ranger to watch, let me know, because I would love to walk down memory lane. And then we have some more simple cowboy boots there, another belt, and 2 jackets for any occasion, not too thick, not too thin. Here we have Neil Kamimura. He is a blacksmith in Hilo, Hawaii. I know blacksmiths can work with leather and kind of tooled materials, but this is what I'm saying. He's not even technically a cowboy. Well, you know what it says? Is that if you're honest and a good person, then you're a cowboy. So he's a cowboy if he's an honest and good person. But I just am kind of confused by this photo. I guess he makes knives. Because here we go. Look at this. He's forging a legacy. And he says, "My purpose is to provide a better life for my kids. We live a certain way and I teach them a certain amount of skills that they need. And that's my job. That's my purpose." Very ominous and vague. We live a certain way and a certain amount of skills. You know what? Well said, Neil. You do your thing over there in Hawaii, okay? And they are advertising the Carhartt heavyweight logo pocket work t-shirt for the low price of $24.99. That's not really bad for a Carhartt shirt. It's just their basic black shirt with a pocket here. So obviously he's a blacksmith. He works with knives, other this one.